All the action from the Auto Expo. Day one in New Delhi saw a whopping 30 launches. Here's a ground report from the CNBC TV 18 team.
At Maruti Suzuki's Pavilion at Auto Expo 2016, they started off the day with their big bang announcement and reveal, of course, of the new compact SUV, the Vitara Brezza. You can see it right behind me over there. I'm going to take on a quick walk around of what this SUV has to offer. As you can see, some reasonably good styling details out there. The headlamps. Let me try and focus on that. Yeah, there's the headlamps. The front grille, very narrow, compact looking grille. The nameplate just below it, and the air dams, driving lamps. Now what you can see out here probably will be one of the optional offerings from Maruti, the customizable option, and that's why you can see the roof out there. Well, that's a white roof, and that can be interchanged. So there's a white roof, and the standard trim might have the black floating roof effect. Let me just show you what I mean with the black floating roof effect. A side profile will show you clearly how the D pillar, there's that effect, and the A pillars, the B pillars and the C pillars sort of are being blacked out, and that gives you that floating roof effect. The car should be ready for launch out in the markets and showrooms roughly by the end of first quarter, so that we're expecting it to be in showrooms by March, late March, early April. Price points, of course, we're looking at somewhere in that 6 to 8 lakh rupee bracket, which should make it very, very interesting. But let's see what Maruti has in store for us.
XE is a product that Jaguar Land Rover is really banking on, a product that is going to be assembled in India. I also caught up with Ralph Speth, the global CEO of Jaguar Land Rover, who says that even though China may be showing signs of slowing down, he continues to be cautiously optimistic.
This is the Jaguar XE, which was just launched in the Auto Expo in Greater Noida. Now, we've already driven the XE, and as you can see, it's already been gathering some fans. But this car's we launched at the starting price of 39.9 lakhs. That's for the pure variant, which comes with the 4-cylinder petrol, 2-liter petrol engine, which makes about 200 PS of max power. And this is for the pure variant. There is the portfolio variant as well, which has got the larger engine, actually larger in the sense it makes more power. That's close to about 240 PS of max power, and the pricing for that goes up to about 46 lakhs. Very sleek car, great in performance, great in dynamics as well, good ride quality. The XE is assembled in India. That's one of the reasons why Jaguar has been able to get down the price factor for this car. There's also news about diesel, and that was one of the highlights that the XE was getting popular for globally. But the diesel isn't in the plan immediately. It will come down in the future for sure. But Jaguar still hasn't revealed plans as to when that will happen. We'll get you more information on our website, on the application, and both on iOS and Android devices. And watch the show for a lot more details on the XE. We will also be bringing you a short drive, quick drive of this car very, very soon. So stay tuned.
Last year was a very difficult year for us. Yes, we have seen the slowing down of the overall economy, also of the automotive market, as any other company. In addition, we had this very special situation around the port, as you know, and therefore we really had a challenging year. We see right now already that China is coming back, China is stabilized, and so we are really looking forward. And in addition, I can say that Europe is the biggest market for Jaguar Land Rover, and that we are nicely balanced all around the world, so we are not depending just only on China.
Tata Motors is the company that is desperate to see a turnaround as far as their passenger vehicles are concerned under a new management structure. Here's a review of the much-awaited Nexon and a quick chat with Tim Liverton, the product head at Tata Motors.
So here at the Tata Motors stall, we just saw Anand Mahindra admire a few of the Tata Motors products. 4 of them are catching the eye of the media. The first, of course, is the Zeekr. Having faced the unfortunate circumstance of having to change its name, of course, after the Zeekr, which is the immediate launch, is going to be the Kite 5, which is still in a concept form, but that's predominantly what it's going to look like. That's the sedan that's based on the Zeekr. Now, the other product that's very interesting is, and that's close to production, is the Hexa, which will follow the Kite 5. Now, the Hexa is essentially based on the Ariya's platform, but now they're repositioning it even higher up into the premium segment as a premium SUV. It's going to have a lot more features, but the biggest thing in that car is, for the first time for an Indian manufacturers, they've designed 19-inch wheels, which is a first for Indian manufacturers. Behind me, of course, now is the really good-looking Nexon, which looks like a concept, but it, as we've been told, looks very close to production, but it is still some time before the launch. It is going to come up against the likes of the Creta and the other compact SUVs, but if it does continue to look like that, Tata really have hit the nail on the head.
Well, the passenger vehicle business, obviously, we are looking to grow faster than the industry, and each of these new products will inject that growth for our business. And really, you can expect over the next 2-3 years, we are going to participate in all the main segments in the market, the biggest segments and the fastest growing segments. That's a big portfolio that we've got to roll out. We said we'll do that at 2 products a year, so that will give us a steady growth ahead of the market. And in terms of the balance between the 2 businesses, then certainly we'll more than double, triple what we're doing today.
During the day, I also caught up with Anand Mahindra, who says that while the diesel ban may have hurt M&M, but the company is investing and thinking ahead into the future. And he says he's also willing to sit down with Sunita Narayan of CAC to do the right things. Listen in.
It feels like we've been waiting forever. And anticipation of a turnaround, of an uptick in the economy is the only way I can describe the kind of sensibility of the auto industry over the last couple of years. I was very hopeful that we would see a robust turnaround in the first quarter of this calendar year. I'm not that optimistic as I was in the next few months. M&M has seen an uptick in its sales in January, as you know, largely due to new products, but I would like to see a higher threshold of automotive sales. If you look, general industry sales have been somewhat slack. I'm very hopeful still, because the government is doing all the right things. It understands that it needs to invest in infrastructure, it needs to provide a trigger for the economy. But on the ground, I think there still has to be a trickle-down effect of those policies. We haven't seen them yet.
As a company, of course, because of the whole diesel controversy, what is the way forward? Because, and I started this interaction also, the uncertainty, of course, is about what happens post March 31st, nobody knows. So in that sense, as a company, how difficult does it become for you to, we know the auto industry, there's a gestation period, you need to plan for the long run.
Well, that's why, ironically, it's not as if we pulled a rabbit out of our hats and suddenly came up with a 2-liter engine in a space of a month, nor did we pull a rabbit out of our hat and come up with a gasoline powertrain. I'm very proud of our people in the sense that they recognize that they need to have alternate powertrains, and that facts should ultimately prevail as to what is right. Is diesel in general the villain, or is it old diesel? Is there a job to do to take old vehicles and trucks off the road? Are there other culprits to the Delhi air? This will be sorted out not by the auto industry, but by very rational surveys and studies, which will continue to come in. In the meantime, we have to be ready as a company, and we started planning this many years ago. The gasoline powertrain wasn't planned post the diesel ban. It came out many years ago. Our investment in electric was not something that was a knee-jerk reaction. So as far as I'm concerned, every car company has to be future ready.
There's been a lot of excitement as far as the two-wheeler space is concerned, even though the volumes may have been tepid, but the companies are fiercely competing with each other for gaining that extra market share. A big highlight this year was Honda's latest products, Navi. Here's a review of that.
Honda has come to the 2016 Auto Expo with an absolute bang. Now, they've announced for the off-roading enthusiasts that they will be launching the iconic off-roader, the Africa Twin CRF 1000L in the Indian market. But at their exhibit, there is one vehicle type that is actually taking away the attention from the Africa Twin, and that is something I cannot even describe as a vehicle type. Now, that's the Honda Navi that you see right behind me. It's a vehicle that bridges the gap between a scooter and a motorcycle, as in it's got a 110cc engine that sits below you and an automatic transmission, just like in a scooter, but it also has the ergonomics of a motorcycle. So in that sense, it is quite confusing, but when it does come down to India, like it or hate it, there is one thing that you can't complain about, is that there isn't enough innovation in the commuter space. And that's exactly what Honda is proving.
Well, well, well.